Welcome to the introduction of our app designer. We call it DEAL or Decoded Enterprise App Library. Let's look at the features. Develop apps for web and mobile within 2% of time and budget. No specialized developers required. No packaging and app deployment hassles. Migrate from managing data on Excel sheet to apps seamlessly. Apps for any kind of information like financial, sales, expenses, e-commerce, training, etc. Designed to scale up with any volume of data, easy licensing, fastest app performance, zero security concerns because of embedded data security. Here in this application, you can create apps on your own. Now you can see on the right side drop down list the apps the user has created. User can also share apps to other users by adding their email ID and give appropriate permissions. For every object in the app, we create a light data repository. We term them objects. Example, a book, example, an employee, or projects, or department, etc. In the field manager, you can add new fields to the objects. Example, an employee may have employee name, employee ID, employee's address, or maybe the PAN number as his field or attributes. So you can mention the name of the field, the data type, the length, whether it is required or not, whether search is enabled or not, and various other attributes for these fields. You can also mention the relationship between two objects. Here you can see there is a relationship between the expense and the employee. The expense refers the employee object using employee ID field. So this is how they are connected. For each employee, there may be many expense records. Hence, employee object is treated as a master and expense object is treated as a child. So you can see the schema and how they are connected here. Now the objects are already defined. Say the employee object is defined. So employee edit screen you can see, as well as there is a list of employees also which is available. So you don't have to develop these forms as they have already got built in into the system when you were actually defining the object. Here you can see a record is being entered into the child table. Here the expense is the child table. A record of 10,000 rupees is being entered into the child table, and the parent objects are employees, expense heads, and department. One can select from the list of values from expense heads, departments, and employees while entering the child record. When you define a relationship between multiple masters and a single child, this is how the form looks like. Now let's look at the expense list. This is the list from the child object expense. It is having two filters. One is by the expense head and another by the employee. So one can see that expense has expenses of all the departments and all the employees are listed here. One can also select one of the expense heads, say software, and get the list of those expenses which belong to the software head. With this, we end our session to demonstrate you how we can create apps, objects, define their relationships, and also use the forms to enter their information and organize. Hope you have understood that we have created it at a lightning speed. If you are further interested, you need to use our demo account, or you can create your own account using your email ID on our app designer. In case you have any queries, you can send us an email and we will respond to that. We would also look for your feedback on our app designer. You can share your apps to your employees or any other colleagues in your organization. Thank you.